Hello everyone, and welcome to the Week 3 NA GITCG tournament for the patch 4.0. I am your host Sumi, who has finally returned from my brief stint in the prison known as the Shadow Realm. Joining me today, as always, is Torrin.
What's up, guys? Torrin here. I'm really excited to see what we've got in store for today.
Yeah, looking at the sneak peek at the deck list, thank God there is 0 to no bin. I think there were 2 Itos in total, spoiler alert, so thankfully you
They're
won't have to
Ben.
sit through that.
They're definitely playing Ben.
You don't know that. You can't say for sure. Stop
Or
poking
or
marks.
or it's or it's Pyro Ito.
Oh, Pyro. You know what? Pyro Ito is better than Bin. I'll take it because free hash brown tech is funny. Oh, there's actually one Bin player, so unfortunate. Bin is immortal, I suppose. You cannot kill the king. Speaking of decks, though, what are you looking forward to seeing? Is there any like lost deck from a past era that was once popular but has since fallen off that you want to see?
Someone bring back Ayamiya, please.
Oh no. I think we saw that during like EU majors, right? I believe Kirano used it for a 5-0. I'm so surprised he managed to pull it through.
Ayamiya's good. What are you talking about?
Is it really?
Yeah, man. It used to top, and now it's topping again.
But like, I feel like with the resurgence of Cleave and its hyper aggro turn 1, it's basically impossible to get off a Yoi burst in time before she just kicks the bucket.
Who says you're focusing on Yoi burst first thing?
You know what? That's true. Changing times requires changing playstyles. I haven't really considered that. I think the deck that I'm really excited to see, on the other hand, is the Kenki Cube Xiao deck, Matte Sauce, Abyssal Xiao. It was like kind of popular a little bit. It had some top placements in early patch 3.8, and then it kind of just disappeared. So I'm excited to see how it's gonna do now.
I'm sorry. You'll have to explain it to me when we actually see it.
I mean, it's a really fun deck because it's a combination of Kenki High Roll and Cube. And everybody loves Cube because it's funny.
Okay, jumping into the first game here. Spirit versus Matt Mario.
Yeah, Matt Mario. Classic Saramona with Venti. Not a surprising deck. Spirit, on the other hand, is playing Cleave Ape, a generically strong deck. Looks like he's currently rolling Matt Mario, but Matt is running Squire Tech and Hydra Artifact after the recent change.
Squire Tech?
Yeah, Squire Tech. King Squire, which is a weapon that was just added. So basically how it works is that you equip it for 3 dice, and then your next skill is discounted for 2 dice. So it's technically a 1 dice plus 1 on skill. And then you combine that with Unseen Razor, which unequips a weapon and makes the re-equip 2 dice less. You effectively get like a free +1 skill, which is funny.
I hear free dice, I'm on board.
Let's go. I'm excited to see how it goes. And like he's also running the new buffed Hydro artifact, which was just changed from 3 black to 2 white. It used to be 3 white. God, those were the days.
They were really pushing artifacts.
I mean, they were like so unused before because they were just so weak and not worth their dice. But now, maybe.
I mean Matt Mario's playing Saramona. I don't know what to say here. Like, they're already so behind right now.
You know what? Yeah, that's true. Like, I think it kind of just shows more of how strong Cleave Ape is, though. It's like, in the span of what I assume is 2 turns, chunked 2 characters to half, below half, actually, and it's like, has Cleave Burst ready, and like, I think Spirit is ready to sweep soon. Oh my god, what is Matt running? What? What am I looking at?
Cooking.
Matt Mario is running 2 Capricious Visages, 2 Hearted Depths, and 2 Thundering Furies. My guy is cooking something. He either has the sauciest deck known to man, or is coping harder than I've ever seen anyone cope before.
Nah, man, this is like critical mass right here.
I can't tell which one it is. Like, I cannot. Spirit doing the smart play here, instead of just bursting on Qiqi and letting Venti get the revenge kill. I'm going to swap to Mona to force Matt to run out of dice. And with their dice advantage, like 4 dice, they can still swap back and burst at any time. Or alternatively, they can like just choose to skill again to get Vapes next turn and end their turn. Looks like Spirit used the Venti passive to get a free swap on Asar to set up a Crow Feather. Unfortunately, that means Spirit's going to get turn priority, which means they will end first, and then probably go fast swap Qiqi start of next turn, and then burst or something along those lines. Yeah, I'm going to end first for sure. No reason to swap off. No reason to spread Electro more than they need to. Going to just let Mona eat it. Not Mario choosing to just Vanorana and pass. Yeah, no, that is the deck I was talking about on the right. Matt is cooking.
Running artifacts.
Matt is absolutely cooking. What is? I think the name of whoa, I can't English today. I think the name of the game here is to like equip artifacts early, and then utilize their dice saving mechanics to eventually outvalue the opponent. I think this deck might be particularly good against stall, where the games typically last longer. You'll be able to get quite a few uses out of the artifacts. But in an aggro matchup like this, like equipping the artifacts.
Spirit's late game is Agent. I don't think Venti can 1v1 that.
Yeah, Matt's getting rolled here. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, Venti v Agent, though, because like Venti can now do 3 damage skills with the power of
Agent can one-shot, yes.
And Agent has bears. But it's fine, Venti has, what's it called? Venti has Tandoris. That's basically an Agent skill.
Oh no, he's getting the Gamblers
off. Oh no, it's the Burst Gamblers. Oh, I think this is GG's now. Like, I don't think there's anything Matt can do. Yeah, because, like, even if Mona revenge kills, like, Mona's gonna be forced to eat... Mona's, like, forced to eat a Qiqi Bomb, which leaves her in one shot, and then, like, you come in with Mona, you can, like, normal burst, and then next turn, Agent, like, does a 6 damage normal attack, and Venti dies, and, like, what do you do now?
This really sucks, but I think you have to swap off Mona.
Like, if you go to Venti and then kill with Venti, you apply Pyro, and then, like, Spirit goes onto Mona and just vapes you, and if he has Pyro Res, it's so bad.
I guess you sack Mona here then, I guess, but, like, what are you doing? What can you do?
Yeah, like, uses Mona to lethal. Crow Feather makes skill do 2, so that's pretty cool. But, like, Pyro is now a Mona. Spirit is at 6 dice. Like, Mona Burst is 1 energy away, and Venti can't... Actually, no. No, yeah, no, Venti can't kill it. I think it's 1 damage
Venti can't do anything here, even with a weapon.
Like, even with Tandoris, like, skill would do 5. And then, like, it would do 6 with the EC, but, like, Mona's shield eats 1.
Mona's gonna burst, then Agent's gonna burst.
Yep, and then, like, Mona doesn't die, Venti eats a bomb, which is, not very good. And then now it's Spirit's turn. 3 cards in hand, just tunes all of it to burst. Venti takes 6 damage, we'll make it 7 in end phase, we'll live on 1, and the next turn Agent just normals, and it's GG's. Like, there's nothing Matt can do here. Yeah, that's the burst. 2 HP Venti.
Mona could have soloed Venti here, actually.
Yeah, that's true. It's pretty funny.
Oh god, normal attack, this is
normal for 3. Hours. I mean, look, Venti 1v1. Oh, Anders and I haven't lost yet.
Optimal usage, by the way.
Speaking of I haven't lost yet, there was actually a pretty huge nerf. I think everyone in the competitive scene knows about this, but you can only use it once per round now. So you will no longer have to deal with I haven't lost yet bursts.
No, it's still very good.
It still is very powerful though, because like
sure, like if you draw 2, you can't use both, but like that 1 energy is still a big enough deal to still use it. Like even if it was like one energy by itself without any dice, it would still be run.
I think potentially the biggest change, and I haven't lost yet though, is like if you're in a double aggro matchup, where if it's like a Cleave Ape mirror or Cleave Ape into Pyro Kek, or like
And GG.
Quicken matchup,
Spirit
you might
Big
consider
Bang.
keeping Ito early because like one of your characters might get taken out. I think that's probably the biggest change that will happen. Ito's still really strong though. And yeah, that was it. Matt got
Game
cooked.
Boost, Cleave Ape, still good.
Matt kind of got cooked. I think the idea of artifacts was really nice though. Like you equip it early, and then especially with the buffs now, where it costs less dice, it's less of a commitment to use. It's like kind of like a Rana that also gives dice fixing. So like I can kind of see its use now, but it's probably still too situational. And like the fact he stuck his deck with 6 of those bad boys.
I don't think the artifacts are out of the way.
Look, let us cope. Let me cope.
You're negging a dice to save on dice. Does that make sense?
Look, but like you play Rana, right? But like imagine playing Rana that also gives you a. Oh, I was gonna say Bessus, but Bessus gives you Omni. Oh, wait,
but here we are in a new game. Rhea versus Pave Me.
Oh my god, Pave is playing Fridge. I love this. That's so base. This is actually based.
How do you proc the reactions? Like you're not running monsters here.
I think there's a Yai in the Fridge deck. Oh. Didn't see what Ryu was playing because I was too hyped on Fridge.
They're playing Quicken.
Nah, I see. Just standard Quicken with Hida. Yeah, the standard fully official.
It is a very traditional Quicken variant. Well, not even traditional. It is a very
old school.
Atypical. No, it's like old school.
It's very old school. The Kole official core has like existed since the beginning of time.
So, yeah, ever since this game launched, basically. Nahida is the one that's out there here.
Wait, what happened to Pave's Yai turn 1?
You know, I'm gonna assume there was a weapon and Kale involved because
I think with that golden house, it's probably a King Squire on Kale right now.
I don't know what happened to Yai though. I agree. I'm just as everyone else is like full health.
What happened to Pavim's Yai? That is the biggest mystery here, because it's not even like they have Sidewinder. What in the world happened?
It was probably just the Quicken opener.
I don't think there's enough dice for that, right? Because you start off with Fischl, that's 1, and then you go Kole.
It's
Weapon
probably
plus
Nahida 3
5,
skill.
so that's 6.
Nahida 3 skill with the Quicken proc.
And then is that enough 2? No, because 3 skill does 4, and then Oz would do another 3, so it would be 7. Should still live on 1. There's probably a Danger Res involved somewhere.
Yeah, there's definitely extra damage.
No, there's also no energy on Hida, so it's impossible for it to be Hida 3. I think what happened is it was Fischl into Kale King Squire Dendro Res FTK, which
is that a thing?
Honestly, based. I think it is, right? Because Fischl deals 1. You swap to Kale. Skill deals 3. Weapon deals 4. Dendro Res is +2, so that's 3, 4, 6 plus 7. And then you apply the Quicken, End Phase, that deals 9. Still 1 damage off.
Something happened.
Something happened.
A Tandoori would push it over. Vanessa.
I don't think the dice for the Tandoori though. Also,
Sataria and Vanessa? Huh.
Also, they're playing Friendship Eternal too. This deck is cooking. This deck has the sauce. I think Vanessa's like a really odd choice in Quicken, because Quicken is like a skill-focused deck, and Vanessa gives you black dice, which means like not corresponding to your element, which is kind of counter-synergistic. Like it gives you a +1, but then you have to tuned to make it work. So
It's mostly NA decks that use it.
yeah, like it's stuff like Ayamiya and like IF Freeze that generally use it, like OTK normal decks.
Well, I think the Quicken player is definitely pulling ahead unless Qiqi stall comes out.
I mean, you never know. The Qiqi talent revives the Yai. I think what's really unfortunate in this bridge deck is that the Yai died early, which means it's impossible to proc reactions, and at that point you're just going up base damage. Which, I mean, is not a good game plan.
Qiqi stall, surely.
Qiqi stall. I mean, Qiqi burst is pretty strong though. For 3 dice, you get like I think it's 3 initial damage, and then you have 3 talismans that heal for 2 each. I want to say. So I think pretty value overall, and like on top of that, your summon also heals you when you normal. So not a bad trade.
Run talent.
Oh, that is the question. Let's find out. Does Pave run?
No, I think it's over. Qiqi just went down. No, don't concede. That's against the rules. No.
No. Unfortunate. Like ran Fridge into a Quicken deck, and then the Yai got FTK'd by some really funky stuff. Like
yeah, if there was 10 Dories involved, I think it's possible.
Yeah, got FTK'd by like probably like a Dangerous / 10 Dories plus weapon combo from Kale. That is wild. I think like the Fridge deck might have had potential. The issue is like the deck needs Yai to output a ridiculous amount of Electro application. Because like she's the only one that can proc Aura. Looking at the deck list though, there is 1 copy of Qiqi talent in Pave's deck, so they might have been able to turn around if they drew it. Unfortunately, not it.
Okay, well, I think a little bit of time left in round, so we might get
you got another one
here.
Here we go.
It's
Attila this is a spicy matchup. This is a real spicy one.
Attila versus Lao?
Yeah, Leo bringing his Eula free stack, which I believe he brought to majors, and Attila bringing the heat of burning deck.
It's not virgin, it's burning.
But hear me out. What if you just roll the Hydro Summon?
It's still burning, Sumi.
But now you have Bloom Forest and it becomes Virgin. Hear me out. Hear me out here.
It's a burning deck.
No, but like you have Hydro and there's Dendro and then there's Pyro. Therefore, it's Virgin.
It's gonna land you burning most of the time.
But like all of the screenshots I've seen of this deck have the cores. Trust.
Wasn't that like a meme screenshot of like doing the maximum damage possible?
It's not a meme screenshot. I've seen 2 games of this deck in TCG clips, and both of them revolve around getting Virgin to OTK. Therefore, I'm calling it a Virgin deck. Trust my logic, it just works.
I'm skeptical. Also, Eula Freeze making a comeback.
I think Attila's getting cooked right now.
There's no sustain in his deck.
Yeah, it's like full aggro, and burning by itself is a relatively weak reaction.
Also, I like how Leo's deck is literally winning off of pure Shenhe powering a
that's true.
unit. Like, you're not even freezing here, you're just powering through with Quells.
Mona probably skilled twice. I see 2 energy on there. So there must have been a freeze somewhere.
Yeah, probably got a shatter off at least once, but I don't think the freeze in this particular deck is big impactful on the
I think it has some situational uses though, because like, your game plan kind of revolves around equipping Eula and then like stacking Shen his Crow Bus. So like maybe stalling out that one character on that one turn could be pretty good. But yeah, no, like I think it's mostly just Eula base damage go burr.
Weird to hear that sentence and
look, I might not like Eula, but I have to acknowledge that Eula has a 6-dice Chongyun burst.
A 6-dice Chongyun burst?
You know, no. Let me rephrase that. Eula has a 2-energy Chongyun burst. There we go.
Oh, what's this? Geomir.
Oh, these are some old decks. Old with an asterisk. This is like a Geoceanid, which was pretty popular in like the early phase of 3.8. It was like probably the strongest deck when the new cards are first released.
It was already falling out of fashion at that patch.
And Tentia is running Raiden Geo, which was like also a little bit popular.
Both of these decks existed in 3.7 and then faded into obscurity by the time Majors came around.
Oh yeah, 3.7, not 3.8. I got my patches mixed up.
3.8 was the triangle meta.
3.8 was triangle meta, yeah. I was thinking of 3.7. For some reason, I thought like the really big TCG patch happened in 3.8. I guess my memory's faulty.
It's okay, not all of us are old.
Man, like... Oceanid? Burst? Oh, that's a chunky Zhongli. But yeah, no. Looking at Tentia's deck though, it's kind of what you would expect from a Zhongli equipped deck. It's got VV, it's got Tenacity, it's got like Libid, it's got Courtyard to make your equips easier, and it's also running like Stone and Contracts, Geores, or all the good or rampy stuff.
Unfortunately, Hulk is a bit behind in the equip game, just not drawing the pieces that they need.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Tentia is gonna pull ahead at this rate. Like Tentia is gonna just pull ahead because they're gonna drop like a Hash Browns on Zhongli and then continue.
The thing is though, it's not the end of the world because Hulk has a pretty significant dice advantage this round, so they can use it to gain an advantage with Oceanid summons and maybe finally equipping that totem that they have in hand. Match is gone. Oh no. Match is back.
Oceanid went down, still not equipped Zhongli. This is not looking good.
Oh, and Ocean has Meteor too. Okay, that's pretty threatening. Like, when you get into
Zhongli's just gonna spam Meteor, and I think Hulk will fall behind. When
you get into that 1v1 late game mirror, where it's just like your two Zhonglis staring at each other, usually whoever drops the Meteor first wins. Looking at it here though, it's like Hulk is extremely behind. Like that fully equipped Zhongli probably like.
Well, okay, they just drew Tenacity.
Yeah. I mean, they have totems.
They probably need to equip it now.
I don't think they want to switch to Zhongli now though. Like they're not getting value out of the totem. And
they can equip it and just stay on Mawa.
But like. You have Woven in hand, right? Like, what if instead you just play the Woven, and then you skill, and totem with your 3 remaining dice? That way it's like a little bit more efficient. If Tentia ramps here, I think Hulk is in for a bad time. Because they'll get turn advantage.
I don't think Tentia has enough cards left to ramp. They're just gonna have to stride and skill.
Hulk's deck, playing 2 Vortex, 2 Tenacity, and still somehow Tentia, who's running the 1-off troop before them. Looking here though, Tentia's also running Tubby engine, 1-off Tubby with 2 Cathedral, 2 Warp. I think if you're running
Tubby.
I think if you're running Tubby engine, I would for sure run more locations. I'd like.
I don't know what the ratios are, but I'm gonna let the deck builders have at that one.
Like I don't think. I mean, Zhongli is a stall deck, but I don't think it likes to play Tubby. At least I don't personally like playing Tubby because like the brick factor is too strong. Yeah, there you go. Tentia choosing to just pizza up on the Zhongli. Hulk here presented with two options. They can either Tune 3 and burst on lava and let Raiden die in the end phase, or
yeah,
choosing to equip Helm.
Raiden's not going down.
This is the much smarter play. Okay, so Hulk now has a chance at a comeback. Totem is equipped. They just drew the Geo-Res, so that's good. It means like Zhongli could tank an extra 5 HP of damage, but like Tentia's Zhongli is about to be 7 HP at the end of this turn. Like their totem's gonna come up, so they're effectively at 8. Like Hulk just used up his double Paimon, so no longer has the ramp advantage. And his characters are significantly lower. Tough times are ahead.
Tough times indeed. It's still gonna be a very slow matchup because like both players are just playing the grind game here. I don't think drawing weapon would actually help Hulk that much because they just don't have any energy on Zhongli.
It's also like if you do swap to fast swap, okay.
This is a worthy meteor, I feel like. Ningguang. Oh, okay.
I think what Tentia wants to do here is save the meatball for the only 1v1. And then he'll just do other things to stall for time while eventually chipping down Hulk. Cause like now Lawa's shield is gone, and like you still have a rather significant HP advantage, so like you can just use this time to trade your dice, and then swap in Zhongli a little bit later. Like, I think you want to force Hulk to use Lava Burst, because then you can swap in Zhongli and like have him take negligible damage.
Hulk needs Abyssal Summons pretty badly.
Abyssal Summons would help with end phase Crystallizers, which would be pretty good actually.
Like that Geo-Res just can't be used until...
Yeah, like unless he swaps to Zhongli. Now wouldn't actually be a terrible time, because like Tentia has 4 dice. Like worst case scenario, your Zhongli eats a meatball, and like that's debatably good for you. I think if I'm Tentia here, I swap to Zhongli, and I'm gonna 5 cost, and then potentially swap back, or maybe just stay on him entirely. If you ever want to go in on Zhongli to build that energy, now would be the time. I don't think bursting on lava is the right play.
No, you definitely don't burst on lava here. It doesn't do much damage.
I think if I'm
anyways.
Hulk, like I swap Zhongli, potentially even with changing shifts, so I can 5 cost normal, and then I swap off.
I mean, Lava Troll lost Infusion. There's not much use in attacking here.
Yeah, like just use lava as like the sacrificial HP bag, as typical Zhongli mirrors go.
Time's a ticking.
I think like one thing that's really hindering Hulk's Zhongli deck, as compared to what we've seen from other variations, is the lack of double Varanara, double Tenshu. Like I think one of the scariest things about Zhongli equipped decks was the fact that you can consistently get 14 dice and just like wail on your opponent and not care but how much dice you're throwing away. Like swapping, like 14 dice, that's like 1/14 of it, you don't really care about that. You can like 5 cost twice, you can like normal 3 times, you can eat pizza, you can basically do everything you want during that turn. But with only 8 dice, like the fact that Zhongli's skill is so expensive really constrains your options, and Hulk is really feeling it in this matchup. Does eventually go for the 5 cost though. It's a nice beefy shield up. Tentia could respond by like potentially normaling. Their hand is looking really slim though, so if they dice a cringe one turn, it might just be over for them. Also got a dice refund from Totem.
I think here you just swap to Raiden, like...
And Hulk doing the classic keep track of what cards your opponent has used on Genshin cards. That we have a better idea of what to play around.
Oh, they the burst? Really? But there's hardly much value because there's only in like 3 dice.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's a misplay on Tentia's part. I think it's much more valuable to save the meatball for when your opponent just switched into Zhongli. Because like right now, Hulk only has 3 dice. Like no matter what they do, it's like at worst 2 damage. Which in the grand scheme of things doesn't matter. And like now swapping in Ning to just be the meat shield. Depending on how many buildings Hulk has left in the deck, he might unironically just use a Tubby and pass.
I mean, Toon Tubby.
You could also Toon Tubby. But your hand is looking mighty empty. 3 seconds left, gotta make a choice soon. Does choose to Toon Tubby and just burst. Oh, that's fair, I guess. Like, you can just build up another Lava Burst later. And if Tentia's never swapping to Zhongli, like, you're not getting the big damage anyways. Watch as, like, he pulls a Wharf or something, and like, just wished he played the Tubby.
I mean, you can just pay 2 to play the Wharf normally.
Yeah, but then, like, there's also your cathedrals and stuff, which I don't know if Hulk has drawn yet. Oh, there it is. I called it. I called it. If there's more buildings in that deck, I think he's gonna wish he had that Tubby, but it's fine. One building you're paying 2 for 2, so it's the same thing. Ah, nice cringe. Only one Omni. Unlucky. Oh my god, no, not like this. Oh no. I think it's not the end of the world though. Like, 2 of those Dendros can go into your Cathedral, and then like, the other one goes into your Libin, and then you can use one for a normal attack. It's not that bad. Is not that bad.
Oh, really needs burst here now.
Unironically, normal Wharf Libin. I don't think... Oh, don't go for skill. Oh my god, tuning that... No! No, Juris doesn't even work! No, not like this! Not like this! Not like this! I think he forgot that Lava doesn't have Geo Infusion without Stonehide. Oh no! This is so bad!
This is very unfortunate. They're gonna have to attack because it's stuck on Lava Churro.
I think you swap to Zhongli, you pray the attack back into you, so you get your totem refund, and then you tune Libin in your hand to 5 cost. But like, this is actually so bad. Oh no! Alright, what does Tentia do here? Like, they can resummon, which wouldn't be terrible, because he can start getting the crystallizes again. Yeah, oh, that's fine, you can just 3 cost skill, and that triggers a Geo-Res. And then the rest of the dice go into Libin. You take those. I think if you're Tentia, you take those. I mean,
Geo-Res popped a little early here.
Yeah, I don't think I would have Geo-Res there. I think if I was Hulk, normal Cathedral Libin would have been the play. I would have been able to fill up my hand, heal up my Lava if he was attacked, and then like I'd also get 10 dice next round to play around with. And then also have 1 more turn of Wharf to heal Zhongli later if I needed it. And I wouldn't have needed to tune my entire hand, which was an added bonus. Tentia has options here. Like, Ride and Burst would charge Zhongli back to 2 meatballs. 2 energies for the meatball, which would be good, but it all depends on what dice he has. Didn't need to tune for the skill, so could potentially go for the burst. But I also know he has Ramp left in the deck, so might also choose to go for that. Unless it's tuned, like only 4 cards in hand, that is not ideal.
I think Tentia just swaps to Raiden at some point to burst. Could just actually 5 costs start of next round as Zhongli actually, and then go to Raiden.
The Zhongli ramp play. Plays a Timmy.
Timmy ramp.
Actually, only has Libin and Sonic contracts. Oh, and because because round 1 ended before that game concluded, both players will get a draw.
Unfortunate.
This is why you don't play stall mirrors. Stall players never prosper.
What do you mean stall players never prosper? There's a whole major of nothing but stall.
We don't talk about that one. That one never happened. Stall
But it
players
did
never
happen.
prosper. Don't play stall mirrors.
Did happen.
Stall players never prosper, trust. Well, that was the most exhilarating 15 minutes of my life, where I just watched 2.5 Geo characters go left and right. Truly mesmerizing.
You're watching a rock fight.
I was just watching a what a Hilichurl count as.
A hilichurl, that's what it counts as.
Yeah, but we don't have that in real life. Like, what equivalent would it be? Would it be like a deer, a dog, like a bear? What a Lawitchur count as? Like, they have a mane. Maybe there's like
A lion, sure.
oh, but they can't throw things. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a bear. I've watched a bear and 2. What would Zhongli be like? Would he be a poor man? Nah.
The
He's not
old
necessarily
man.
poor. Like okay, a bear, 2 extravagant old men, the richest woman in the world, and a shut-in who can't cook, sling rocks at each other for a solid 15 minutes and then just give up. Exhilarating.
Yeah, that's peak gameplay.
Peak gaming. It's like 3 million years of evolution to reach this moment right here.
I mean, hey, rocks can evolve too, damn. Why are you hating on the rocks?
Show me one rock that has evolved and then I'll believe you.
It's called basic geology, Sumi. You're gonna take classes in this, remember that.
What? No, I'm not. You can't force me to do that. You can't force me to take class.
It's the easiest credit of your life.
Geology? No, I doubt
Yes,
it. You have
it's
to memorize so many
easy.
facts about rocks.
It's so easy, you don't even need to learn any math equations. It's not like chemistry.
Okay, but like, I don't want to memorize like how many types of granite there are.
What? No, that's for second year geology majors. First year is just learn to read a textbook and pass the class.
But reading is hard. How do I read? I'm a TCG player. I can't do that. That's like not it.
Oh my god, you could do math, but you can't read?
Who said I could do math?
You count all the time when we play.
Yeah, but is it right?
Well, no. No.
Exactly. Well, with that over, there are many more Geoshted decks in this patch. What I'm excited for though is that Lumi's bringing their Beto Kokomi Mona deck from the majors.
Kokomi Mona.
The deck so strong that it got banned.
Isn't that Kokomi Taser?
Yes. And let me tell you, that deck is sauce. That deck has sauce in it.
I mean, it's pretty watery, but okay.
Like you just don't know the power of Kokomi Beto. The power of 4 free shields every round. Imagine that. It's like, take a character with Totem, and then now it has 2. That is Kokomi Beto.
Jumping into another game, it's G-Boot versus Sankyo. So Cleave 8 versus Diona Mel?
Yes? Yes, question mark. This is like some weird combination between a stall and an aggro deck. And like, I can see it working, but I can also see why you wouldn't. G-Boot has done the weirdest start. Actually, no, this is actually really smart from G-Boot. Starting off with double agent normals, or like, is it normal skill? I don't know. Did attack twice on agent to get full energy, and then played Sealy and Liu Su. This is smart from G-Boot because like now he has the threat of a 6 damage burst at any point in the game, as long as like they have a fast swap in hand or are sitting on Mona. And like they also set up Liu Su so they can start building Clee Burst. Alternatively, they can go on Mona and start building Mona Burst, which might be pretty crucial to break through all of the shields coming in later. And the healing. Oh god, there's so much healing. Unfortunate.
Just knock out Qiqi right now.
No, they can't. The shield just got broken from stealth. Oh, that's unfortunate. Summon broke one, and that normal just took the other. If it wasn't for that, Qiqi would be gone right now.
I guess you do have to go Mona here then.
Yeah, I think swapping Mona would probably be the best choice, because like bursting on Ancient wouldn't do much other than forcing them off Qiqi. Which actually, some off Qiqi would still be pretty good, because they wouldn't be able to heal using Qiqi summon anymore. Going over to Yanfei, I'm assuming that's the 3-cost totem, not the 2-cost Millilith. Because, you know, if you can run totem, why don't you? Unlucky that they drew the Golden House a turn late. Would have probably liked to have the dice saved from a turn before.
You can still drop it now and just use it in the future.
Yeah, true. I wonder if they're running like any weapons other than the totem. I'll have to go check. I think Jiwood's probably just running a standard.
They're running 1,000 Floating Dreams and King Squire.
Ooh. Oh, are they also running Razor? I trust.
No.
I trust in the
Actually,
sauce.
they're not.
Oh no, not the sauce. I mean, 1,000 Floating Dreams is like, it's pretty cool because like its effect of doing +1 damage on reactions does work off field. So as long as you can slap that onto Yanfei successfully and have her not die, like all your reactions are free +1, so you take those. But yeah, no, like this is such a weird combination of a stall and aggro deck.
Well, I mean, Diona and Qiqi together is pulling things back. Yanfei is a fast character, though.
Yeah, relatively fast. Just like constant 3 damage.
Like, you could use her as a worse clay in aggro.
I mean, it's not necessarily a worse Clee, because like her base damage is higher compared to Clee's. Well, no, not really, because like it's just 3. But like when you go for the charge attack,
you have to charge attack.
When you go for the charge attacks, like Yanfei has higher base damage, and her damage comes out slightly quicker compared to Clee. So I think Yanfei is a smart choice in this deck. Oh, here comes the vape. Huge. Okay.
It's gonna get healed off.
Yeah, it's gonna get healed off. I mean, Totem's gonna come up next, but like, I think... you don't necessarily need to go off. You can just... No, because I don't think you want Hydra. Yeah, you kind of force to switch off. You don't want to go Qiqi, because you don't want to give them a free vape. You also don't want to stay Yanfei. Ooh, Covet for the charge attack.
Classic combo.
Classic combo. Covenant into charge attack. Sankyo. Woven Warp. Alright, that hand is going to be incredibly full sort of next turn. Klee's also going to be hit with Cryo, but like unfortunately Yanfei is within 1-shot range, so not going to come in anytime soon.
They have a Lotus, it's fine.
Yeah. Also not running... Oh wow, wait, Sankyo's deck is more interesting than I thought, because they are not running Changing Shifts, and they're also not running Leave It To Me. So it's actually going to be incredibly hard to get that, what was her name again? Yanfei. It's going to be really hard to get Yanfei on field. Like, Totem is going to help with that, but like, it's 5 EHP, and G-Root has Agent first. So a little bit of a gamble of whether or not switching it is safe. And also, because there's no Ivan loss yet, you won't be getting any surprise vape one-shots either. Oh, that's Dice of Courage. No Pyro. I mean, we got 3 usable, so I think you take those. We'll eat Lotus. Yeah, you're gonna swap Yanfei. I'm gonna swap Yanfei to try to get those vapes.
I mean, you have 1 shot. Do you equip the weapon here and go for it, or?
I have full send. Let's go.
Like, is the weapon worth it if your character's at 3 health?
I think like if you can take Qiqi out before bursting, I think it's worth.
I don't think they have the resources for that. I
Because
mean,
Qiqi
okay,
burst is
cryo
like
res.
oh wait, there's G-Boot has double Ito. Oh no.
Well, you can only use one.
You can only use
but-
one, yeah. But you hit the Qiqi, right? And then like you surprise one shot the Qiqi, and then they go Mona. They just Ito burst, and that's your Yanfei.
Well, yes, but getting Qiqi down before
There's the
bursting
golden
is
house.
a big deal.
Double golden house. What's really nice about golden house though is that it costs 0 dice, so you don't need to play in advance like something in Wagner. So it's completely unexpected when this happens.
Well, they're a little short. Oh, they're not.
No, charge attack.
Yeah.
Charge attack is +2.
I don't know if G-Boot's ready for that.
I mean, like, you just go Mona, you Ito burst, and then, like, Sankyo is completely screwed. Because they have 1 dice remaining, and, like, Mona is within range to one-shot both characters. Like, if you go Qiqi, Sankyo is at risk of Mona's skill just, like, one-shotting her start of next turn. And if they go Diona, like, G-Boot fast swaps agent burst, and, like, oh, there's your... that's game. Tough spot here. What G-Boot can also do is just like skill normally and then Ito burst later to potentially get a surprise kill on Qiqi. Surprise in air quotes. And there we go, that's a skill coming out. Sankyo also has an Ito to play though. No Woven to follow up, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't have enough dice to make use of that Wind and Freedom in hand, but probably able to use it next round.
Yeah, I mean, they also have an Ito in hand, so like, depending on which character Sankyo swaps to, he could just choose the Ito burst. Oh, swaps to Qiqi. Alright, Ito burst incoming.
No, it doesn't have the dice.
Well, it's 2 dice, and they haven't played an Ito yet, so G-Boot can go for Ito burst and one-shot the Qiqi. Sankyo, on the other hand, doesn't have the dice to do anything, unfortunately. Yeah, forced to just, like, try to dig for another Lotus. Find the second Ito. Can't use it, unfortunately. This is a rough spot. I think no matter what Sankyo does, he loses the game. If he swaps Diona, G-Boot will end first, start of next turn, fast swap agent, kill. And if they stay on Qiqi, like, G-Boot's going to Ito burst, do 6 damage to Qiqi, and one-shot Diona start of next. I don't see any winning lines here. It might technically be possible if you swap Diona. And then, like, yeah, you force Agent to burn the burst, and then, like, you burst on Qiqi, and then maybe you can out-heal.
Well, you need, like, Attila and food.
Look, don't knock it till you've tried it. If
Could
it's
also just use
possible-
tenacity.
If it's possible, there's a chance.
I don't think you live in here. Well, if you have 3, it's fine, I guess.
Oh, I think that's actually a pretty smart move by G-Boot, because Mona Summon end phase will bring Diona down to 4, which is within 1-shot range of burst, and then after that you just swap agent and burst and do 10 damage. So that would be GG's. Oh, if he gets an Adeptus. Okay. Alright, buddy.
I don't
Alright,
even
friend.
need it. That's the thing.
Doesn't need it, but like you can make the funny number go bigger.
You don't
So
need
hear
the
me
funny
out.
number.
Hear me out, right? Like, you know that funny number that's like really big and is like completely unnecessary to win? You can make that number bigger.
I'm pretty sure it's unnecessary because you still need some resources to get rid of Qiqi afterwards.
No. Here. Wait, all has the perfect amount of dice for swap Adeptus burst. Alright, let's go. Big number. Funny number. Go for it. Let me see it. Give it to me. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. No.
The funny number.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
You take those. The funny number. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
G-Boot is a man of culture. I think that game like really showcased why Cleave is so strong though. You just have like pressure from turn one. Like you force your opponent to play at your tempo. Like you either match it or you fall behind. And like G-Boot didn't dice of cringe, so he was able to constantly just output skill after skill and just able to constantly vape. And like getting Agent Burst at the start of the game forced Sankyo to play around it, so he wasn't really able to play as comfortably as he might have wanted. And like as soon as Yanfei got taken out, like that was just GG's, because like you no longer had the damage pressure to threaten Cleave Ape anymore.
Yeah, Yanfei is definitely, I think, like the most important character in that particular deck.
I mean, like in double element decks, so usually the character that's of a different element is the most important. But I think in that deck in particular, Yanfei is like consolidates 3 roles. It's like it's your main source of damage, it's your only source of reactions, and it's also the carrier of Teapot. So like as soon as Yanfei is gone, 3 very important parts of your team just disappear.
Alright, jumping into another game.
Oh, Agent DC versus whatever that is. It's Ito with Lecter, which is like, I think it's pretty cool.
I think that's like Abyssal Ito, actually.
Abyssal Ito is sauce. But like, I think if you're running like Abyssal Ito though, don't you prefer Oceanage? Because like, the problem I have with Lecter is his inconsistent pyro application. You can fix that with Abyssal, but like that's revolving around the fact that you draw 2 out of your 28 cards early on.
It is inconsistent to draw into your summons.
Right? Like as compared to if you just play Oceanid, like you always have those summons. I can't see how much dice is being played right now, but I think Kagua is gonna take the game here. Bonk, bye-bye official. Still have Agent left, like it's Lotused up, so very unlikely to get taken out this turn. And like end phase, 1 character is guaranteed to die, and then Agent Burst sort of next turn with turn advantage. It's like unless Ito does something crazy like a heavy strike normal, I can't tell how much dice is left, so I don't know if it's even possible for them to do that. It's GG's. And like Ito also ran out of stacks too, so won't have the bonus damage. Or no, they have the bonus damage, they don't have the dice reduction.
I just think they're a little. Sean is a little short in energy and not able to compete with this remaining wall.
Like
it's called Agent.
Agent with Lotus is one tanky boy. Oof. Okay, forced the Ushi. So I did have like 3 dice. And then swaps the lava to tank the summons. Bonk. And it's bye-bye lava. Agent on 1 HP. Is Kagua gamer and top decks Adeptus? Come on, Kagua. Show us your gaming prowess. Show it to us.
Do they need it?
Oh, unlucky. Unlucky.
I mean, do they need it to win though?
No, but it would have been funny because number big.
Oh my gosh, you always go for the funny.
But like, why wouldn't you? Like, if you win either way, you might as well do it in style, you know?
Look, just because Agent can get big numbers doesn't mean you need the big numbers to win.
I mean, you might not need it, but like, it's better to have it, you know? Like, if you had the chance to pick a car from a parking lot and you got it for free, would you rather pick the 2008 Toyota Corolla that's falling apart, or the brand new Lamborghini?
Yeah, so Kagua takes it with Agent Burst over Ito.
Agent EC proving once again like why it's so strong. Consistent summon damage, and then like Agent with big number to finish off the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck, it's delicious.
Proven track record at beating Ben.
Yeah, like Ben in particular though is generally quite weak to summon based decks. Have you ever played Bin into NEC? It's like the most painful thing ever.
I think Ben also struggles with sort of single type freeze as well.
Mm-hmm. I can talk about that later though.
Coming up, quick check on the bracket.
Yes, it'll be our first look within 2 rounds. Let's see who our top placers are. Here are the results for round 2. Les got a bye. Mistake took a win. Amy took a win. Jibu and Attila took the win. We just saw Jibu's game, so obviously he took the win. Still a few games going on, surprisingly enough. Oh, Hulk just took the win from Birdie. Live showcase there. Pave won against Tila, and Aquaverse won against Ting. And our 2-0 players will be Shuffle, Mistake, Nclear, Jibu, Attila, Imi, Aqua, Lumi, and Spartan. Something to note here is that Nclear is a player from, I think it was Asia, who's migrated over to NA for this season.
Oh, interesting.
It's always like really fun to take a look at players that have transferred and see how well they do in a new region. Especially because they have to deal with time zone cringe.
I don't know if they're going to be disappointed this season knowing that SI isn't going to be playing.
It makes sense though, he's been grinding quite a lot. Anyways, I think with that bracket review, we're going to take a short intermission, and then we'll be right back for round 3. We shall see you soon.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
I would wave if I had hands. And we are back right in time for round 3 to start. Still seeing
Yes,
some
welcome
old decks,
back.
some new decks, especially those Qiqi variations. That fridge deck, man, I love fridge. It's so funny.
I don't understand the existence of fridge.
Like deck equals funny, so deck good.
Your world revolves around funny.
Like who doesn't like funny?
I want good, not funny.
Okay, but good could also be funny, you know?
Uh,
Like, have you ever heard of the 4-7-4 deck?
no, but we should probably move on to the next match.
That's true. When it starts, I think it hasn't quite started yet, right? Activity being called in about 8 minutes, so got a little bit time to discuss. Let me introduce you to the 4-7-4 deck while we're waiting. All right? It might sound crazy, but it works. Hear me out. Nahida, Shenhe Sucrose. It's the sauce.
What?
Yeah, okay. Hear me out, right? Hida 5 cost, you apply seeds to everyone, and then you do...
It's Rhea versus
this
Ting,
deck!
guys.
Let's go!
Ting is playing Kanki?
Yeah, he is playing the Abyssal Xiao deck.
Abyssal Shao.
I think if I remember correctly, what this deck wants to do is you want to do the Kenki summons, and then like if you have the energy, like obviously you want to go for Kenki however if you have it, but if you don't, I think turn 2 you go into Cube, and then it's RPS, then back to Kenki to burst. And then that way you get an insane amount of SC. Oh, there's the energy. Ooh, Pyro 7. Alright.
That's a different kind of high roll.
Alright, let me see. Ting, is he running star signs? Is this a gamer we're looking at here? Is running 2 copies of star signs. We'll have to see if he top decks it. And their opponent is Rhea. Running Kali Official Nahida. I think we saw them play earlier. They're running Golden House, 2 King Squire, 2 Fruit of Fulfillment,
Wait,
Pateria.
Kiki's about to go down.
Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, 5 damage. Oh my god. I think that's the, I think that was the FDK that we saw happen last game.
Okay, literally what happened was just Oz into weapon, on Kali into 2 skills, huh?
Oh, right, because King Squire is reduces it to only 1 dice per skill.
Yes, that's the FTK. That's
That
why
is
this deck is
sauce.
coming back.
That's actual sauce.
I don't know if the deck's good enough to compete, but having an FTK setup is always solid.
Like, it's funny though. Half of their deck is devoted to weapons, and then they're also running Friendship Eternal.
Hey, if you need drop power, why not?
Okay, but like, Strategize is objectively better, but it's fine because Friendship is funny.
Friendship is eternal, Sumi.
Ooh, and then RPS gang, here we go.
Are we about to see some chain reactions?
I think it's gonna be like RPS gonna get the 3 Electro, and then like at some point it's going to be Animal Risk swap into Zhao E. That's pretty big damage. Ooh.
I actually don't know what Rhea does to get around this. Like RPS too strong.
I think if you Dendro Res and 5 cost, you should be able to kill Cube before the final hit comes to deny the Electro application.
That's probably big enough.
No, you need to 5 cost to do that though.
Yeah.
Oh, like I think Rhea just had the perfect cards for the scenario though. I think they may have just drew the Dendro Res. Yeah, and then and now Ting's game plan is disrupted because like originally he would have went for the an SC swirl with Electro, but like now that's obviously no longer the case. You can't do that anymore.
Kali is still going down.
Yeah, Kali is still going down.
And so is Nahida, so it's gonna be Xiao versus Fischl.
Well,
I'm pretty sure Xiao wins the 1v1.
No, Kali lives on 1, like unless you directly swap to it. But if you stay on Hida, Hida also dies, but it doesn't really matter. And then I think Ida dies.
No, because like,
Kale.
because Xiao is gonna swirl next round, so Kali goes down anyways.
Yes, but what if you just ended first, and then like you have Ida tank all the summons, and then you swap Kale. You just do 5 damage. Xiao is now on 2. No, but 6 damage. Xiao is now on 3 HP, and then like even if Kale dies, Fischl can finish it off with Vanessa triple normal.
Wait,
and Xiao shouldn't have the damage to lethal.
Why are they running Vanessa?
In theory. Alright, the Pyrohilitro hits. Swap Kale.
I guess you kind of have to Kali Burst to win here.
I think, no, skill should... I think skill might actually just one-shot straight up.
Oh, let's take a look.
3 base, 4 with weapon, 5 with quicken, 6 with reaction, and 7 with... Yeah, no, you just skill and Xiao dies. So it doesn't even need to worry about it.
Hey, yo, is Quicken back? Damn.
I don't know if Quicken's back, but, like, it's funny. So I'm all for it. Let's see if Rhea realizes that they have games straight up if they just skill.
Well, they haven't moused over it yet, so I don't know if they're even thinking about it.
They hovered over the burst.
Well, now they have to tune everything.
I don't think they see it. I don't think it matters though, because they should win either way. But oh, they're playing friendship? Oh wait. Wait, that's cooking. Okay, and then just you tune the golden house and skill, right? Surely. Please? Tell me he's fine. Got this.
Wait, maybe
Yes?
it isn't enough though.
No,
Like-
no, no! Oh, they didn't see the line. It's fine, they win anyways. It doesn't matter, but unfortunate. Xiao doesn't have enough damage to go through 2 characters' health bars, but it's fine. Ooh, strategize? What is he trying to pull? What's a lotus?
They have a Lotus Crest, Sumi.
No,
They
it doesn't.
burst on Fischl. King wins.
Fischl... No, burst only deals 4. Fischl lives. Fischl lives on 2, and then you just end turn, and it's done. And, like, doesn't even need the lotus, but...
Oh, why didn't
Okay.
Ting use the Lotus? I mean, okay, I guess they just given up.
Ting couldn't have won in that situation. Rhea, though,
Unfortunate.
That Quicken deck
Quicken,
is
maybe
sauce.
maybe Quicken is the sauce, you know?
Maybe Quicken is the sauce. Like,
You know, this
isn't
new
the
this
Quicken
new
comeback?
FTK setup actually like what if like maybe old school Quicken is coming back?
Okay, but like, there's only one minor issue. You need to top deck a King Squire starting hand.
Okay, and then the old school FTK decks all have to top deck something good too.
Didn't they all just need a top deck Sidewinder? Like, every FTK needed Sidewinder.
Yes, it's the
That's
same.
thing.
It's the same. Like it's the same.
Wait, okay, no. Hear me out, alright? I have a plan. You run a Quicken FTK strategy, King Squire, and Sidewinder. That way you have doubled the chance for an FTK.
No, you don't run Sidewinder. 4 cost's not good. But next game, Attila versus Spartan. Attila's still running the chicken on fire deck versus Cleave.
Can we just call... No, I don't think this one could be called KFC. It's not quite the same.
I mean, it is technically... It's burnt chicken, it's not fried
what about,
chicken.
What about, like, grilled chicken with herbs?
Do you see water anywhere?
What, grilled?
Okay, but like grilled
like-
it implies that there's more water than when you're roasting it.
I just had some, like, herb chicken yesterday. It's quite good, actually.
This is chicken burning. Like it's fire. It's on fire. It's not. Well, I mean, you could call this a modern KFC variant technically.
I mean, I need to come up with a good name with this deck.
No, it's just chicken burning. Like
No,
that's it.
it needs a funny name because it's a funny deck.
It
deserves it.
It's just KFC 2.0, man.
It's not the same.
It doesn't
not
need
the
to be the same
same.
to be the KFC.
But like all of those KFC enjoyers out there are gonna like have my head.
The spirit of KFC lives on. Just accept it.
No. I'm gonna find a good name for this deck. Just trust me.
I think the Cleave 8 player is very ahead right now.
The Cleave 8 player is astronomically ahead. It's like they have Monabers, they have Cleavers, they have a 870, and then that's
like the chicken needs to like
they have a
OTK
6 HP
somehow.
advantage.
Like
Their
chicken
hand-
needs to take out one of the characters that has burst ready. I don't think that'll be enough.
Infinitely. Oh, you know what? Chicken is a 3 stacks with Hita burst, so like that's something. I think Attila is going for a normal burst, which is unfortunate in terms of their dice. Oh, Pyro Res E. There we go. Should do 8.
Incredible.
Yep.
Agent doing agent things.
Agent
Such
doing
a
agent
powerful
things.
card.
Okay. I think that just secures the game. Like,
imagine Spartan winning without using a single burst.
no. No.
Oh no. Oh no.
Not like this. Okay, no, like, I think...
Okay, imagine winning having full energy on all your characters.
But, like, this is a very easy way for Spartan to win. You just swap Cle and end your turn. Lecter can't kill Serve, next turn you burst, and then, like, as soon as they do anything, Bomb just takes them out. Okay, ends turn here, that's fair. It would be funny, but, like...
Could burst. Could Abyssal Summons.
If Spartan wants to win without using a burst, he would need to go out of his way to do it.
I mean, it'd be funny.
It would be funny. Dangerous pass. Because Dangerous does work on summons. It's like the only one that does.
They still haven't fixed the wording on that. It just still says. It still doesn't specify.
Okay, that's the agent. Alright, and then I think Spartan just goes Cle here and then just wins. Lecter revives with...
No. You have to go Mona to assert dominance.
I see. Like, you give them a little bit of hope. You get them down to the 1v1.
Yeah.
And then, like... Oh, wait. I think Lecter's cleansed right now. So you Mona burst. I see an Adeptus in Spartan's hand. I think he's going for the funny. I approve. I approve of this.
You gotta flex on your friends, you know?
Oh, no. There's an aura. That's unfortunate. It's not quite as big. It's fine, though. It's fine. 12 damage is good enough. It would have been great if it was more, though.
My god, that's got everything in there.
Well, they even have to change these shifts, so it's possible, even if Lecter doesn't lethal here. Okay. I think Spartan is... Alright, just normal attack, boring. I would have Adeptus bursted. Here it is.
Gotta accept your death.
Here it comes.
Burst.
Yes.
12 damage burst.
Big number.
It could have been bigger.
It's fine. It's still big enough. It's more
Cleave players and their their damage screenshots, like actually.
It's a double pyro deck, so it's kind of known for those screenshots. Ooh. Very. I don't think these matches are working out for Attila. Like, we've seen 2 games and we got a little bit rolled, to say the least. I think the deck has some potential when it works out, where you can like get big dangerous versions, but
hear me out. What if the meta turns into Collie Quicken, Cleave Ape, and then like EC?
Why does that meta sound familiar?
Here we got NEC versus Geo-Oceanid.
Yep, and this is like an NEC with Yai and Mona, as opposed to Ocean Official, which was the more popular version a while back.
I mean, it's still an EC core.
Yeah, it's still the EC core, but like, NEC has been swapped out with Mona a lot more recently.
I mean, if you have to run multiple teams, like, you're gonna have to use your pool of characters to build the deck.
Gotta go make some sacrifices.
You could theoretically play up to like 2 or 3 EC decks.
Yeah, but like, if you're playing 2 or 3 EC decks, all your opponent needs to do is bring 1 double pyro deck, and like, there's their free win.
Yep.
Enjoy the free victory. Man, I think Hulk is gonna have a real bad time, because like, obviously Nahida Seeds ignore shields, and like, once Nahida Burst comes down, not only does it do pretty big burst damage on the initial cast, it also makes reactions do +1. So like, the end phase damage is gonna hurt a lot more. Not to mention, like, you either give them Quicken or you give them a Bloom, both of which do quite a lot of damage, and like, Zhongli isn't even equipped yet, so yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Moving into round 5, Hulk is in a bad spot.
Rough.
Here's Lawatril. Goes for the skill. We're gonna crystallize off of that, so we'll be at 3, 4, 5 HP. Nahida will still... No, Nahida will not one-shot anymore, because there's no Quicken stack. Should only do 4, we'll leave Lava on 1. Although Nclear could just choose to go Yai. Also, yes, this is, on-screen is a replay. So they're, like, pausing here and there to take a look at the state of the game, looking at the hands, looking at what statuses characters have.
This is not a replay, this is like a replay analysis.
Yeah, 2 summons on board for Zhongli, so like, yeah, maybe you can get some crystallizes later, but I think the game will probably end this turn. If I'm on Nclear, what I'm probably gonna do is I can just like swap Yai, I'll get the summon down to get it to 4 stacks, and then I will just yep, and then I'm gonna expect Hulk to hit, and then if they do, swap back to Mona. Oh, this is actually still pretty... It's not completely unwinnable, because both Hida and Mona are on 1 HP, so Hulk just needs to tickle them and they're gone. Not the end of the world. Yai is still very healthy though, but Yai can't 1v1. Man, if there's like a star signs on Nclear, just like you burst on Yai and then you resummon, that'd be huge.
Very optimal usage of forgot what her skill is called.
Ooh, Nclear is also running the 2-cost Dendro artifact, Okage.
Is this the artifact renaissance? Is that what's going on?
Like, I'm seeing it pop up more, but I don't know if they're like, are they good yet? Because like the dice mixing they provide is quite valuable, because it means you need to tune less. And like, they only cost 2 dice, so you only need to skill twice to make up their value.
Really?
Like, they might be good, maybe, in some decks. But the problem is, if you're playing like elemental artifacts, you're not playing gamblers, and you're not playing tenacity. So, bit of a trade-off. Like, you want to play these artifacts in stall decks, because then you get to skill more with the discount. But if you're playing a stall deck, like, tenacity is just stronger in every aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And then if you're playing mid-range, you kind of want gamblers for the free dice. But, I don't know. It's hard to say, it's hard to say. Hawker's doing a really deep analysis on what they could have done differently. Giving a nice thunk here.
Big thunk.
Big thunk. Oh, here's the Adeptus on Nclear's side, so... Their hand is pretty full, too. This is a situation, like, Hulk would probably need to worry about a fast swap Adeptus burst from Hida. Then you set up the burst. But then, like, Nclear would have burnt all their dice, so... Probably, like, swap to Yai to not get one shot. And
Well, I mean, at this point, it's gonna turn into Yai solo, in which case I think I think Nclear just loses.
Yes, but like maybe not, because it is their turn now, because Lawa just punched.
I mean, they have to win this round, or I think they'll be in a losing position.
Yeah, like they have to get into a winning position, otherwise it's just Jover. Anyways, we're gonna switch off to another screen soon because this replay is getting a little bit stalled on this pretty crucial turn. But spoiler alert: Nclear did manage to win this match, probably because of their pretty big HP advantage at the current state of the game. So let's take a look at what other games have to offer us. Ooh, practice game. Those are cool. And here we go.
Ting versus Attila.
Ting versus
what are they
Attila.
doing?
Ting is playing the Abyssal deck, but with Sour instead of Xiao. This doesn't violate tournament rules because it's practice. It's not official, so this match won't count towards their standings.
You know what's funny? I think Ting played something with Qiqi originally at some point that was just like this, but without the Q. It was a different one.
They probably did at some point. Like, I also think I know what you're talking
wait,
about.
Wait. I know what I'm thinking about. I think it was Matt Mario playing Kenki, Xiao, and Shenhe.
I can see it.
This wasn't like in 3.6.
Well, MMEC days, decks exist. Probably early 3.7. Yeah, I can see it. Man, Shenhe decks were like, they were so strong.
Kenki, Shen Animo variants were kind of wild.
Yeah, like they were the most popular thing back then. Before we realized that Shenhe would fit better in EC, but whatever. SC. I always get those two mixed up.
Hey, I still use Shenhe in my Ayaka Freeze deck, Smile.
Yeah, you know, Aya Freeze is like, it's still pretty strong. It's just like other decks are stronger.
Damn, you hurt my feelings.
It's unfortunate, I'm sorry. Like,
just let my deck be good.
It's the truth.
Let my deck be good.
Alright, so hear me out. Like, what if you invented a time machine, right? And went back?
I played Ayaka Freeze back when it was good.
Exactly. But like, if you make a time machine, you can do it again. So
we need like a tier 0 format.
We had a tier 0 format.
No. We need like we need a tournament where it's like literally all pre-nerf versions of like everything just to see what's good, because we got all this new stuff in now.
You know what? I think that'd be really fun. Unfortunately, I don't think Hoya will ever make a server for that. Maybe they'll do it in an event if we ask them really nicely.
Maybe.
Maybe. One can cope.
Q being resilient to death.
Yeah, Q going to go for RPS. Attila has no dice, so I think this is just GG's.
Unfortunately.
Oh, wait.
They got one shot left.
Oh, no. Wait, Cube is gone, because it's just burst. And then he does summon Armin skill, yeah. 4 damage, and then...
Haven't lost yet, still is good.
And then Hida thing, yep. And then Ting does... I think it's just Ito, and then you Crow Feather. You get an EC, you put Hida to 3 HP, and then Attila dies end phase. GG's. Yeah, and then summons end phase do exactly 3.
Attila literally just needed...
Oh, wait, Dendro Res? No, I think Sara lives on 1.
Oh, no.
I think Sara actually, like, lives on 1.
Just needed, like, a Woven, I think, and would have been good.
Yeah, Sara lives on exactly 1. Oh, no.
Literally just needed a Woven. Damn.
Oh, that feels... Wait, no! Ting loses because the animal summon cleanses before the EC hits. Oh. Wait. What is this? What is this? This is what a roller coaster of events. That's all I can say. Oh my god. So, all I can say is that Ting had the game until he did it.
Oh my gosh. That's so stupid.
That's so troll. That's actually so troll. Oh my god. That is oh. Both players were 1 damage off of victory. Oh boy. Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. Anyways, round 3 is concluding soon, TM, so why don't we take a look at the brackets? Take a look at the standings. We'll even get to know which games are still going on, which stall players are still stalling. Ah, I've just received a notice. It is the DP player who is still playing. Wing got a bye, so lucky them. Don't need to play this round.
Imagine if he's bye. Bye wins every match.
Oh my god, like, bye always with. I like.
You want to dig out the copy pasta?
If I can find it. I think there was a thread for this. Let me go see if I can go find it.
But scrolling down the list of wins, I think we were starting to get an idea of who we'll be seeing in our top spots as we scroll down.
Yep. Let's see who our 3-0s are. Oh, Ting
really, Ting lost to
Ooh, Mistake, Spartan, Shuffling, G-Boot, and Nclear are all 3-0s. Nclear, our immigrant from another region, is doing pretty well for themselves in NA.
Wait, was Rhea's first win versus Ting?
Rhea was the Quicken player, right? I don't know the score right now, but if it's like 1-2, then probably.
I don't know. We have to scroll down some more.
I kind of want to check what Mistake is playing, because like they played exclusively Rainbow decks for a while. Oh, they're playing Pyrokek. Okay.
Yeah, you know, can't go wrong.
They're playing the 3.7 Pyrokek with Samir City and Saxord, and Wind and Freedom. It's a pretty standard list.
Yeah, play it safe, you know? Like, this is something you bring to majors because usually, the most good characters being used in the other decks, and you're like, oh, I got some leftovers slapped together, I'll just play Pyrokek.
I think, Pyrokek is just like a generically strong deck, because like, Bennett Talon can just win games on its own. It's so value for free. And like, Kek has a stiletto, so you can like, come in whenever to threaten an overload. Quite strong. I don't know if the Sack Sword is standard for that list, but it's some ramp. But yeah, it's +1 damage, and they get a dice back. It's quite good. You can take those.
Should we take those?
We take those. Just waiting on stall once again. Alright, I think while we're waiting for the round to close, we might as well just take a short break. Can't see the games, unfortunately. And we are back for round 4, the second last round of today's weekly. I am excited for more spicy games, especially after seeing some quite beautiful Quicken gameplay.
Yes, we're absolutely seeing some new tech right now. I feel like people are cooking.
Look, I've been telling everyone that Squire Razor Quicken is the sauce, and no one's believed me. Maybe today they'll finally change their
You
mind.
literally discovered the sauce when you watched it.
No, I've been telling people this since the card came out. No one's listened to me.
Yes, because no one's been playing it.
Exactly. Now they've seen it, maybe they'll finally admit that Squire Razor Quicken is the sauce. It's the bin counter.
It's not a bin counter.
It's the bin counter, trust.
It's not a bin counter. It's just an FTK setup.
Alright, you know what? You play me as the bin player, and I'll FTK your Ito. We'll see what you say then. How's that?
Ito's just gonna heal it all off.
Ito can't do that if he's dead.
Well, yes, but, you know, it's just part of the matchup, alright?
I want to see more of that deck. This King Squire Ete was spicy. God.
I think this is some new, this is what brings colleague Quicken back. It's just FTKs.
Speaking of King Squire, it can make Sidewinder 2 cost. So you know. King Squire costs 1 dice, right?
I feel like technically for the FTK, what you really want is Dendrores, not Sidewinder.
No. Hear me out. King Squire is a 1-cost weapon that reduces the cost of a skill by 2, right? And then Sidewinder gets reduced to 2 dice, right? So you basically just have old Sidewinder that deals more damage if you run both in your Quicken deck.
No, but what I'm saying is though, if you're going for the FTK setup, you'd rather have Dendrores, because that's what's gonna push it over, not Sidewinder. Sidewinder is only +1 damage.
No, it is still +2 because you get the bonus from the Quicken proc on the seed. It's +2 for both.
Maybe you do have the sauce.
Because normally for Sidewinder, right? You smack him, you do 4, and then the seed does 2, which is effectively +2, and you also play Dendro for Oz to do 3. Whereas with Dendrores, you just do +2. So they're both basically the same. So just hear me out, right? You run Dendrores, King Squire. You run Dendrores anyways. And Sidewinder. You draw 2 of those, and you get your free FTK. Here it is.
I don't see a Sidewinder here.
Yeah, unfortunately they're running Fruit of Fulfillment and a bunch of weapon packages, which is, I think it's pretty cool. Because if you run Golden House with King Squire, it's basically a free +1 damage, because it reduces your skill by 2. And if you have 2 Golden Houses, I think we've seen those surprise their opponent with it. They played 2 Golden Houses, got a 1-cost King Squire. No, that was a different game. Sorry. I think there's in the Yenfei Melts deck. They played double King Squire, got a surprise weapon off, and one-shot their opponent's Qiqi. You can probably do this in this deck as well, where like you get a surprise double discount King Squire, you smack them, they're not expecting to give the dice for it. And then also, Unseen Razor. You unequip a weapon, and it costs 2 less dice to play. And then, like, if you do that with King Squire, especially with Golden House, you're getting a discounted skill. You're getting a 1-cost skill. It is the sauce, trust me.
You're trying to squeeze in Sidewinder.
Get rid of it, the Legend of Vanessa. Why is that even there?
Okay.
Get rid of Vanessa, you can get rid of, like, Friendship Eternal, I suppose. I forgot what Rhythm of the Great Dream does. Like, I've never seen it used, I've genuinely forgotten what it does. Let me go look it up.
Rhythm of the Great Dream. 0 cost, reduces the cost of the next weapon or artifact by 1.
Sauce. It's like another Golden House for your Squire. And
hey yo, guess what? It's a
it's
Cleavate Mirror.
It's a Cleavate Mirror. Surprisingly though, in this Cleavate Mirror, G-Boot is incredibly ahead somehow. Oh, Sparring Dice of Cringe. That explains everything.
First, it's a race to the bottom.
Oh, they're gonna be tuning their entire hand to skill. Oh no.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, and G-Boot also got an early Tandoor's Chicken, which probably explains the damage deficit as well, but it's not looking good for Spartan. He just tuned his entire hand. I mean, G-Boot did too, to be fair, but...
I mean, hey, it's a Cleavate Mirror. Everyone's gonna burn things immediately.
It's... yeah, this is how Cleavate Mirrors go. You moan a skill, you fast swap Cle, you burn your entire hand, and then you skill, and then like you pray, you don't Dice of Cringe, you burn your entire hand, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, no, it's just go all in. I'm pretty sure they had identical starts.
I think G-Boot went for Tandoori skill, whereas Spartan went for a bit of swapping going on.
Yeah, they didn't have the dice.
Oh, Agent got a vape. Cle has burst now. Okay, Spartan is coming back into the game. He's managed to equalize the HP difference, but also got a Cle burst off. Or, like, a Cle burst ready. Whereas G-Boot is still rather far away from it. Although G-Boot does have better dice than Spartan. I can't believe this is, like, actually a factor in who's winning this game. Usually, games do not boil down to who rolled better.
I mean, it's a mirror. Yes, it does.
Like, even in bin mirrors, it doesn't roll down to who has better dice.
Bin mirrors are long and drawn out. This is, like, 2 fast decks where every card played counts, like...
Oh. Alright. Spartan gonna swap to the Mona. Thinking about it. It could also just Cle burst.
I feel like Cle burst will probably just win the game outright.
If you just full send a Cle burst, like you can't attack on Agent again if you're G-Boot. I suppose you can swap to Mona.
I mean, obviously every round, like both Monas are going to be skilling, and then followed up by choice of Pyro carry.
Although Spartan's Monas is actually pretty low.
Yes, but probably just drop a hash on it.
Ooh, you know what? I think what G-Boot is thinking is you do Agent normal and then changing shifts Cle charged attack. I think that's the thought process here. Huh? And then like if Spartan stays on Mona, no, then Mona gets a shield and lives on 1, and then next turn you just skill again, or you can slop off. But like if you do that, you force Mona onto 1 HP, or you vape off Agent's Hydra Aura, or you apply Pyro on Cle so Mona can vape later. And you also build Agent Burst, which is quite nice.
Actually, the first Mona to go down is going to swing the game, I think.
Not necessarily. Like, no Mona means you don't get Pyro Res anymore, you don't get the big vapes. But like, also, if G-Boot loses his Agent, like, the burst he's been building towards this entire game kind of just disappears. Jibu would use the dice to swap to Mona. Alright. I think this is like the safest play he has. Because this way he's able to either like apply Aura on any of Spartan's characters next turn if he swaps to Qiqi. You get to vape off Mona if Spartan stays, which he probably shouldn't.
I mean, Spartan's gonna swap to Qiqi and burst immediately.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna vape on virtually everything on the board.
That's fine. This is fine, probably. You're gonna eat 5 damage, and you eat 2 damage. Oh, and then Qiqi skills and Mona dies. Okay, never mind. This is not fine. I was thinking like, oh, this is not too bad, right? Because then like Jibu can skill you apply the Hydro Aura, and then you go Agent, and then you burst, and then Qiqi's dead. No, it's very much not fine.
I mean, Qiqi burst does a lot of damage. That's 8 damage.
Yeah,
plus
it's like it's +7 in terms of damage, so that's huge. Also, I think Spartan's sacking Agent here. It's like using the last of his life to fast swap, get turn advantage, and then I'm assuming what he's going to do is Agent burst, bring Qiqi down to 2 HP, sack the Agent, and then you just go Mona. That way you can vape. If you swap Agent, you just go Qiqi, I suppose, and you charge your own Qiqi burst to potentially equalize the game. Ooh, Drew and I haven't lost. I mean, leave it to me. This turn, you probably would have loved to have the Ito. That way you can use 1 now when you sack your Agent, and 1 later when you sack somewhere else. What card is that? That's a Lotus. Okay, so you could theoretically prevent your Agent from dying to the Qiqi Bomb. Ooh, okay, gonna put it on Mona. That's pretty smart. There we go. Qiqi Bomb gonna do 4. Yeah, that Lotus on Mona is pretty smart, because if you're stacking Agent, now Mona takes reduced, potentially up to 3 damage.
I mean, this is a free switch for Spartan, though.
It is, yeah. Like, if you go Agent, yeah, you might eat a vape from Qiqi, but it's not too bad, because then, like, Mona wastes Lotus. But then also, if you attack here, you're kind of not doing anything.
If Spartan had a fast swap, this would be so much value, but unfortunately, not.
Spartan can't go to Mona, because then he loses Hydro Wrap, and he's going to start falling behind. There we go, swaps to Agent. I think what Jibu's going to do, changing ships, you attack on Qiqi, and then swap back to Mona. So you can make use of that Lotus. And you don't want to just normal Mona, that's so bad. It's a tough spot though, because if you do go Qiqi's eating a vape. But on the other hand, you kind of don't want to just normal on Mona, it feels terrible. Despite Tech having the HP advantage, Jibu is actually a little bit behind in this game. Yeah, because if you attack on Mona here, Agent's going to normal burst, and that's your Mona gone. So you have to spread out the damage more. Yeah, forced to go into Qiqi. You still get a vape, so it's not the end of the world. Although you do take 4 damage in return, so... Ouch.
Just both players are just burning themselves out.
Man, that Qiqi burst really
I'm pretty sure
back.
Spartan will win off of just having Agent here.
Yeah, having that 1 extra character is so huge here. And then Jibu, you're gonna swap back so Qiqi doesn't die to Agent burst. There we go, trying to make use of that Lotus. Considering just ending here, I don't know about that. It's either that or they're considering fast swap to get turn advantage. Yeah, that's what they're doing. This way Spartan can't just punish by ramping.
Mona skill though, this is 100% free Mona skill.
Oh wait, Spartan dice are cringe pretty hard. Oh no.
You have to Mona skill here, that's the only line.
So you're gonna tune 1 Mona skill.
You keep tossing. You keep tossing. You get rid of gamblers.
Mona's going to be on 6 HP after the Mona skill with Hydra Aura, so it's actually just barely out of one-shot range. But then if you go for Mona skill, Jibu's gonna revenge kill start of next turn, apply the Hydro, and then he's gonna have the Mona summon and the shield, which means Mona's going to live one extra attack. Spartan's be forced to go into Agent because Qiqi will die if he slots it in, which means Spartan gets to apply Hydro again, and Spartan needs to hit twice to kill the Mona at that point in time. This game is really close. Really, really close. It's either that, or Jibu fast swaps Qiqi and ease, goes +1 dice, gets the Cleavers. Nothing on Spartan's side can revenge kill unless it's Tandoori's skill, which... Ooh... No, because then you just fast swaps Agent. Oh, okay. This is tough. Jibu gets a win in freedom. Okay, that's quite nice.
I think Spartan's got this.
Yeah, I think Spartan's got this too.
It's just a tight victory because everyone and everything is like falling off like flies.
Like having that one extra character to take a hit later on, despite Jibu having like the HP advantage, the fact that you're overkilling a little bit sometimes makes it so it evens it out a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna swap Qiqi and then skill for the extra dice, but then like if you do that, Agent comes in and bursts, you're left on just Mona, and then Mona can't 1v1. Ooh, okay, this is smart. This changes things.
It's fine though. Spartan just swaps in Qiqi, and it's fine.
Is it really though? Because you burst on Qiqi, and then even if Agent comes in, right, you have a Woven, so you can skill. But if they... Yeah, and then you just burst on Qiqi here. And if like you revenge kill, like you go Mona, you Woven summon. I actually think Jibu wins here. Question mark. It all depends on whether or not he can kill this turn, which I think he can, because with Gamblers it's 9 dice. You Agent burst, and then yeah, no, it's just skill on Qiqi after, and then you win. All right, GG Spartan. The top deck Gamblers. No, it wasn't even top deck.
It was in there the whole time.
It was in there the entire time. The decision not to tune Gamblers earlier on, though. At some point there was an option to tune Gamblers with only 1 HP left, and that one card that they decided not to tune decided just the winner of this game. There we go, and then it's just like normal, or like skill, and it's GG's.
If he doesn't die from Cleaverst.
Wait!
Do you remember that Spartan tuned off that Lotus Crisp?
Oh no! Oh no! It wouldn't matter.
Correct card to tune was Toss Up. That is so unfortunate.
No, it wouldn't have mattered though, because if he Lotus, he wouldn't have had the dice to lethal. He needed 1 extra dice.
No, no, he would have charge attacked.
Right, Qiqi can do that.
Oh, literally won because tuned the wrong card. Unfortunate.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I should tune the toss up. I think like it's understandable though, because with only
sure you're scared of like Dice of Cringe, but like, you gotta trust.
But you're also playing Pave, and Dice of Cringe is like the deck's middle name.
Like you just have to tune toss up and just trust.
Oh my god, the fear of the Dice of Cringe lost Spartan in the game. It was so close. What a roller coaster of emotions. Jibu took the early lead with an early Tandoori skill. Spartan managed to clock back by Qiqi bursting, and then Jibu managed to steal the win right under Spartan's nose because he tuned a Lotus Crisp 2 turns earlier. That was such an incredible game.
Here we are, Sankyo versus... what is this?
It's sauce. It's got Tien, it's double Geo Xiangling, versus the Yanfei Vape deck. I mean Melt deck we saw earlier. Yanfei Stall.
Wait, is it 906?
It is 906. I don't know if I like that deck, because, like, Zhongli doesn't apply that much element. But Pyronado is quite nice. I'm a bit, like, on the edge about that deck. I think I personally would have preferred playing Geoshinid, because it's just, I think it's more comfortable, but I can see why that deck could potentially be good. And Sankyo just going to tune 2 Dwarf to refill the hand. Trade away Gamblers, because won't be needing that, only one character left, and one other card. I didn't quite catch what it was. And it's going to be
what's going on, but I feel like the cryo summons are putting in work.
Yeah, I mean, like, Diona is going to be essentially full HP. Ningguang's probably
Diona
like...
carry right now. I feel like Ganfei was just there to get Diona equipped.
There's like one minor... Oh my god, that's so many weapons. Holy. Oh, they're running the 4... I think I know what Sankyo is trying... I mean, 906 is trying to do. I think what they're trying to do is the 4 Lotus Crisps tech. With Razor and Lithic Spear. Because all 3 of those characters are Lyrae. When you equip Lithic Spear, it gives you 3 shields. So like, and with Unseen Razor, you can re-equip Lithic Spear twice. So like, you technically have 6 Lotus Crisps.
I don't think that's how it works.
What do you mean that's not how it works? Lithic Spear gives you 3 times shield times 2. And then Unseen Razor gives you 2 more of those, and you also have 2 Lotus Crisps, so 6 times Lotus Crisps. Trust. It's also running Geo-Res, so like, I guess it's
practical, Sumi.
I guess you technically have 8 Lotus Crisps. It's the technically 8 Lotus Crisps deck.
No, how is this technical?
Oh, also, you also have Ningsko, which generates you 1 shield plus
Don't
Totem.
change the subject
So
just because you're wrong.
Okay, technically 10 Lotus Crisps.
Oh my gosh, you're technically wrong.
You technically have 10 Lotus Crisps in that
You're
deck.
technically wrong.
What are you talking about? The math checks out.
It doesn't check. You yourself said you suck at math.
So?
Oh my gosh.
Who says I can't be bad at math and confident in my calculations at the same time?
You're confidently wrong.
Exactly. But that doesn't mean I'm wrong.
What?
It just means you don't see it.
No, that's not how it works.
You say I'm confidently wrong because you don't see the sauce.
The sauce has gone bad, Sumi.
Anyways, going back into the game, the Ning versus one-shot Qiqi, and then now it's Diona versus the fully equipped full HP Ningguang with double equip. I think we all know who's gonna win here.
Why does Diona have so much stuff on her right now?
That's Talent, Totem, and Talent. That is like the most equipped Diona you will ever see.
This is like a fully equipped Diona. Can you imagine if Diona had a Squire on it right now?
But why would you use Squire in that deck?
I don't know, but game goes to 906.
Yeah, game goes to 906. The power of Ning Burst, doing 8 damage, plus Pyronado, and then plus a Pyro reaction, crystallize if you have it, so like 11 damage at the push of a button. It's big damage. You take those. But yeah, I'm just saying the 10 times Lotus Crisp boss. Trust me.
Oh my god.
Trust me, it's good. It's good.
Everything you say is good is bad.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I said Squire Quicken Sauce was good, and then it won, and I'm telling you, 10 times Lotus Crisp sauce is good.
You're just gonna run out of ammo long before that.
No, you just don't see it. You just don't see it.
No.
You don't see the vision.
Next game. Hulk versus Kagua again.
It's a Geoshinid versus Agent EC. It's currently a solo Zhongli versus Oceanid Agent.
Who wins this, Sumi?
I need to see the Zhongli equip first. I don't know if he has only 1 or 2. I think it's double equip. Ooh, it is double equip. I think Zhongli should win this, because 5 cost ignores like basically all of Oceanid's summons, And then you also have Vortex, which gives you more shields, and you also get more damage. And like Agent Burst doesn't even break through the shields on a Vaporize.
I think, yeah, Kagua would have had to win while Hulk is setting up, I think, because of the fact that the deck is slow and starting up, but otherwise kind of just tanks everything.
I'm surprised it actually got to this situation in the first place. Like, usually Oceanid Fischl decks completely cook Geoceanid, because they can just do so much damage before setup. I guess, like, Hulk got really lucky on the early draws and managed to get double equip early. And it looks like they actually managed to draw Tubby before their location, so maybe that helped out a little bit. They were like, they got free value from Wharf and Cathedral and didn't need to tune.
I mean, they're still getting value right now.
I think Hulk might be able to win this turn if no, Meatball is not enough to lead. So okay, I guess like
they're just gonna grind it out. Like they don't need to do anything.
I think if your Hulk is just you normal, and like you can like normal woven normal to lethal Oceanid and then just like Meatball next turn. Why'd you two? No. Okay, it's fine. Or like alternatively, you could have just like normaled and then Abyssal. I think meatballing here is fine. Like you deny the summons and then like you deny the potential star signs end early, and then like yeah, you burst next turn, which wouldn't even have done that much damage. I think Kagua is gonna do the smart choice and just end early because
you do have to pass.
You can't select the agent. Like even if you do, no dice to use. And, like Star Signs is no use here because Ocean doesn't have enough summons to do the big damage. So like I think hash end. No, you're the 8. Yeah, you're forced to end. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think if I was Hulk though, I would have tuned the Cathedral and not the Wharf just because like how empty my hand is.
Yeah.
And like Zhongli is already full HP, he's like full shields, but I think it's fine.
Just Hulk is going all in here, and
I think this
thing is that I think that's the correct play.
I think here though, like you just win if you're Hulk. You normal like Oceanid dies and you normal again and then like done.
People have forgotten that Geo Oceanid is a thing. I feel like Geo Oceanid is not a bad deck.
Could you imagine if they had a Deftest last turn? Like Agent would be so cooked because he 5 cost he dies. Even George wasn't able to save him. Unfortunate. Oh, Dice not looking good. Dice not looking good either. That's
Wait, does that Oceanid currently have a Tide of Depths equipped?
No, I think that's from Sumeru City. But probably a Gambler's, I would say. Let's check. Let me spell her name correctly.
Oh god, there are 10 cards, so they're technically getting Sumeru out for this. Oh, you're right.
It is Lucky Dogs. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Lucky Dogs? What is? Is that just Agent EC thing, just to sustain?
I think it's like you ran that MMEC for Oceanid because like kind of did have the time to totem it, and it's like whenever Ocean is low, you can just throw it on. It's good to have Lucky Dogs and Agent too, because like skill, especially with talent, to get like +5 effective health. It's quite nice. And as a burst from the Ocean, finally managed to crack Zhongli's shield. And then
I don't know what Agent does here.
Like you can't double Ito.
Pretty close if you could get there.
One dice off, unfortunate. Like if this was if Kagua had double Ito, like there was a chance. I think the best thing you could do is Ito and then you Agent Talent, Pizza, and end. Or no, you already have 1 stack of Pizza, so it'd be hash and then you end. Yeah, this heals up to unfortunately can't do that. Because if you did that, summons would finish him off. Bonk.
I think Agent might have a shot. Got Lucky Dogs on it. Got talent.
Yeah, I mean, like that Agent's gonna heal the full because like Kagua is gonna eat a hash, surely.
arbitrarily.
Or not, because like you heal to 9. It depends on how the math works out. You can also choose to play live in here.
And
But
Hulk's summons are in the wrong order, unfortunately.
Zhongli is going to heal to full HP, and then he's gonna 5 cost start of next. It's gonna like be back to basically 10, and then it like at that point it just depends on whether or not he can kill Agent. Like imagine though if Hulk kept Meatball. Like you Meatball now, and then like you basically just win.
I think Kaguya's got a shot depending on what they draw. They just need an Adeptus. They need Pyro-Res. Like they need everything.
Pyro-Res can't be
Sorry,
doing
not
that.
Pyro-Res. They need Adeptus or like.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
They're running a one-off Adeptus. I don't know if they've played it already, but if they haven't, it is there. Although on a Hulk side, what you probably want is something like ooh, you didn't get what you wanted. I was forced to 2 to 5 cost too. That's so bad. Ideally, you would have probably kept that kept the hash brown. Yeah, you 5 cost and then like you're out of dice for the turn, which is unlucky. I think if you had one more dice, like, is this a win off of Dice of Cringe? It depends if Agent can break through. Okay, going to skill to get +1 damage on the burst.
It does burn the Vaporize.
Ooh,
though.
okay, and the VV proc, so we can normal. This is pretty good. Yeah, VV get both bonus damage. And then Agent burst is gonna come in, do 6.
Still at 8 health, effectively.
You live on 3. Oh, and then Bird Baits. Bird Baits for 3 and phase.
Ain't no way.
Wait,
Yo.
this is. Oh, no, you end first, and then Cathedral heals before. Zhang lives on 1. Oh, wait, no, Agent normals and you lose.
Oh, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Ain't no way.
Kagua actually wins here.
Yeah.
Kagua
Agent
actually wins here.
EC proving to be one of the strongest EC variants to able to take out all sorts of stuff.
The thing is, though, if Hulk had dice, he just drops Meatball and it's a completely different story.
It's okay, it's okay. Getting good dice is part of being a good player.
Yeah. Luck is skill, luck is skill.
What do you tune here, Simi?
It doesn't really matter. You just, like, you tune anything, and then... Oh, you don't even need to tune. You have Omnis. Bonk. And that's game.
Proving why Agent EC is one of the top decks right now.
Congratulations to Kagua, who managed to just barely snatch back the game from the jaws of defeat through the magic of their opponent dice infringing. You take those. Sometimes cringe is your friend, sometimes it's not.
This is how games are decided. Better management of your bad luck.
Man, like, imagine you had a luck ratio you can manage in-game where, like, okay, this round isn't too important, I'm just gonna dump all of my terrible luck into this round. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Ooh. I think before round 5, though, you up for a tiny little break to go catch our breaths?
Yeah, let's, we're gonna go to a quick break, guys.
Alright, we shall see you soon before round 5 starts.
Be right back. We are back, everyone. Hopping into the next game here. It's gonna be G-Boot versus Nclear.
Yep, G-Boot playing his patented Cleave Ape, going for the Agent start once again, versus Nclear.
Yes, Nclear playing an NEC variant. Is that how you pronounce it in French?
NEC? What? What in French?
Nclear.
Nclear. I can do a little accenty, kind of. Although with names, I don't think there's like a correct pronunciation.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, going into the match, G-Boot is doing quite a standard start where it like just swaps to Mona, probably avoid some damage early, like let Agent tank it, and then gonna do the swap Klee skill. Gonna burn the Wogan by the looks of it. Yep, going for it. I think the reason G-Boot started Agent and then swapped Mona was to manipulate the dice so they can do Covenant charge attack.
Really? Okay.
Because
I mean, nothing's saying no to spending what dice you got left.
But like also they had Leos that was kind of unnecessary, so I'm still a little bit confused. I'm not sure if it was a misclick or something else.
Both players going in with Covenant.
Yeah,
G-Boot fully set up on Qiqi. Not sure if Nclear has what it takes to weather the storm. Once Qiqi bursts, it's kind of free reign for Mona.
Yeah, you have constant power application for like the entirety of a turn, and like not to mention it also does damage, and then like you set up a Mona summon, which essentially guarantees you like at least 2 waves. Pretty huge. Dice though, it all depends. Dice looking okay on Nclear's side. G-Boot's not as much.
Sure, what Nclear can actually do here. I mean, the dice points to Nahida play, but like you don't want to go into Nahida right now. I mean, G-Boot just is immediately going to burst. I think there's no other play
I don't think there's like
here.
a question on what you do. Like you burn the Lotus, and then like Lotus is even getting -1 value because Mona Summon's taking a hit as well. I don't think there's any reason not to do it. Like you start applying the Pyro, and then like you just swap Mona, you apply Hydra, like you just let Nclear vape herself to death.
I think there is a concern though. If you do go to Mona, you could potentially get hit. Wait. Nclear has lots of tuning in hand. Nclear can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Probably once it goes to Mona, just Mona skill again or something.
Okay, you're gonna swap to Mona as opposed to Qiqi skilling. It's an interesting choice.
No, it makes sense. They're trying to burn out Nclear's dice so they can't respond to whatever Qiqi hits.
Yeah, but you're also giving them a Bloom Core, which isn't ideal, but like I can also kind of see like not wanting Mona to apply more Hydra Aura.
I mean, at the moment, nothing's gonna have permanent. Oh, wants to vape. Oh.
You also cracked the Lotus there with only 1 damage, so it got less value. And also, like G-Boot wanted to Mona skill anyways, so I think they're doing this to set up the summon, and like they just go back to Qiqi and they're gonna Bestis, right? And then you weren't doing anything with that extra dice, so you might as well like make it so their resources get less value.
Yeah.
G-Boot's turn now. Nclear just used all their dice. He's gonna play Rana. I think you just go Qiqi first, right? Like you get the initial Pyro, and then get the Hydro. So if Mona does anything, start up next turn, she just gets vaped. Qiqi will be low though, but like the burst is down. She's done her job.
I feel like G-Boot has played around Nclear doing any swapping around.
Ooh, and like the Mona skill is even gonna get value out of the shield. Gonna absorb a little bit of the damage from that Bloom Core, and Mona's going to get lethal this turn, so that's pretty huge. No more Hydro.
Yeah, I think swap stalling was actually in
Yeah,
Gboot's
I think it's
favor.
pretty huge. Like Gboot avoided having extra aura, and like also that extra dice he didn't really use to do anything. Like the extra dice wouldn't have fed a Libin. Like he didn't need to play food at all. There was no Sealy or anything to sink that dice into. So just swapping out to stall the dice was rather smart.
Mm-hmm.
And like now Clear is in a rough spot. Is like they're playing a 2v3. They're it's basically a quicken deck with Yai. And Hida is like their only source of direct damage because like once you get into a Yai 1v1, it's not looking good. I'll put it that way.
Right. I don't know what Unclear does here. I mean, you still have like you can still quicken, I guess. And
You
then
could
like a Yai burst could clean up something.
Alright, gonna go for the 5 cost to apply the seeds. Then the Lotus to eat the damage. Alright.
No, that wasn't 5 cost. That was 3 cost.
No, that was 3 cost because 5 cost would have lethal Klee. And also burnt the rest of their dice.
Yeah.
Alright, this is a rough spot here. Ideally, Nclear like would have had like an Ito or something, and then sack Mona and then burst on when Yai Summon has 1, and then resummon again. But obviously they can't do that. Gboot is also in not the best position because like if they swap Mona, if they don't eat a Lotus, Hida just bursts and then like Mona gets 1 shot. But you also kind of don't want to swap Agent to apply more element. So staying on Klee, you just do the 3 damage. You're bringing the Hida down to a 1 shot. That's like I think is your best option. And then this way, if they go Yai, you can Sealy normal to apply more Pyro, and then like go Mona after. Now would actually be the best time to swap Mona because Yai doesn't have any kill pressure. I don't believe Nclear is running something like a Star Signs or a Calx. Let me check. Let's just see here. Yeah, they're not running any type of energy acceleration, so the only thing you need to worry about is Leave It to Me, and they're only running 1 of them. And like, they only have 2 cards in hand, so it's not that big of a risk. And even if you do take it, like they fast swap and burst, that's the rest of their dice, right? So you can just, at that point, you can swap Klee and then you do your charge attack. Or you can even potentially live and pass and then charge attack and end the game. Go for the agent swap, thinking about it. Agent swap will get them energy and like it'll waste their dice, and Yai isn't threatening right now. Skilling again like doesn't do too much other than just reset the summon so that when they end it hits twice, which is what they do. The best value for what they had.
I don't know if that was worth it.
Eat the bomb. And like Gboot is not in the best spot either because they got a dice at cringe. Like I guess Libin or maybe swap Mona.
Like I think Nclear needs to like get rid of both Mona and Klee with like a seed and like has to hit burst on Agent here.
Yeah, just like forced to end the turn on 2 dice. Like nothing he can do. And then just kept the 2 dice for Rana. Now Gboot, like complete dice of cringe, no Hydra at all. Like ideally what Gboot would do would be to skill, and that way like you bring Yai down to a hit 5-4, and then you can fast swap Klee start of next turn and charge attack to lethal, and then leave Nclear with just the 1 HP Nahida, which Agent could easily win against. Yeah, it tuned the entire hand in skill, kept the Changing Shifts and a Lotus Crisp. It's probably the best 2 cards they have because like Changing Shifts is basically a Woven, and Lotus is like essentially plus 3 health, so the best cards you could have kept in that situation. Yeah, you guys gonna take Hydra. It's bad news bears now. Like, yes, you can lethal the Mona, but then Agent will come in and revenge kill.
Yeah,
and then, like, Nahida's on 1 HP, and like I don't think she does enough damage to kill both characters.
I don't see how you get out of this.
Like, especially because there's currently no Dendro, like, and I think it's like almost impossible for Nclear to get a reaction now, right? Like, even if Nahida can one-shot Agent, Ichigo just comes in with Klee and like a normal attack would kill. Like, you don't even need the bonus damage from charge attack. There you go. Sakura comes down. You can't swap Klee because that's just free lethal, so you have to go Agent. Jibu needs to go Agent here to not give the extra dice. And also, Agent doesn't have Seeds of Skanda, so even if Nahida smacks with Dendro, like, Qiqi won't be going down. Unless it's with a skill. Oh, okay.
I mean, like, what do you expect Nclear to do after this? Like,
She would probably calculate that better than me. I trust him. I trust the math more, but
I mean, Jibu's trying to sack. Or hit back, maybe. Whoa.
Oh, okay. I would have gone Agent because I think Sakura deals 3, if I remember correctly. Let's see. I'll take whatever damage mine is 1. Yeah, it hit for 3. Agent would have been brought down to 6. And then, like, Hida Burst will only do 5, which wouldn't have lethaled without Adeptus, which Nclear is running, but if they, like, Adeptus burst the lethal Agent, you just go Qiqi and normal, and you would have won. And then that way you avoid another Gamblers proc. I think either way, though, with the Lotus, Jibu wins anyways, because, like, Nclear just didn't have enough damage to go through.
GG's, though. Game goes to Jibu.
I think, once again, that just shows, like, why Qiqi Vape is so strong. You're able to output so much pressure so fast, and, like, in Qiqi Burst has so much value in it if you can get it off.
I mean, in Triangle, right? Like, if you're going from NEC losing to Qiqi Vape, you know, just part of this triangle.
Yeah, like, I think it was a little bit of a bad matchup because, like, in a game where, like, you have AoE versus single target, and, like, they're both facing off against each other, the single target deck tends to win because you're able to eliminate your opponent's threats first and take them out of the equation. Whereas, like, the AoE deck might deal more damage in the long run with the the Electro Charge. Like, the fact that your characters are being taken out so early before you get the value out really made the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, close game, and that means Nclear is our first 5-0. There is a potential for a second one, I believe. Yeah, there's another match. One of our players got down paired. Can't quite remember who it was, but I believe they're playing against Spartan. Yeah, it's going to be Spartan versus Shuffle. We will soon see that game soon, TM. But just a refresher, if we can have the deck lists come up on screen on what they're playing. Shuffle is playing Pyrokek, which is a deck we haven't actually seen on stream in a while. And Spartan, I think we've seen him play today. Let me see if I can find his deck.
Spartan was playing Qiqi Vape.
Ah, classic.
He was in that mirror with Jibu, remember?
Right! He was in the mirror with G-Boot. Okay. This game is going to be spicy, though. It's two of the most popular aggro decks. I mean, Pyrokek has kind of fallen off in popularity when Qiqi Vape rose to prominence again with Covenant of Rock, but still pretty good. Shuffle going with the Qiqi start, Spartan doing the classic Mona start. Rolled a little too much Hydro. Almost had perfect dice. So close. Just like one more
these
Pyro.
are two very aggressive decks.
Yeah, like they like to go all in really fast. Like they just chuck the resources out. Okay, Spartan going with the early Tandoris. He's doing this because he has changing shifts, which means he can still swap to Qiqi and skill without needing a Woven. Yeah, and then like has Covenant later. So that Tandoris is +4 value, which is really nice. Oh, look at that damage. That's basically an overload. Yep, and then Qiqi is going to Covenant normal attack, which brings Keck within one-shot range of the summon. So Shuffle's gonna be forced to slap off. I think this really shows why Qiqi Vape is so strong.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay, Overload's back. That's pretty huge. With the Covenant on both sides. A little bit of a wasted aura, unfortunately, but I think you take those if you're Spartan. You got a pretty healthy health advantage, like your Qiqi burst is almost up. Like, and because of how the ordering worked out, like it overloaded onto Mona, which is you fast swap back onto Qiqi, and you can just skill burst. Ooh, dice aren't good though. Might want to toss it first before you swap. Normal attack, okay. I mean, he has Bestis to tune. Yep, Shuffle hashes, so Qiqi doesn't die to burst and is able to burst back. Noise. There you go, that's the Bestis. And there's the burst.
Barely managed to get it out before Qiqi goes down.
Both of these Qiqis will actually be killing each other because the Qiqi bomb will go off whenever Shuffle decides to burst.
Well, passing with priority with Liven, so...
I think...
I'm not sure if putting Gamblers in Nclear was the correct play here.
I think what Shuffle was trying to do was you put Gamblers on Qiqi, you end first, you come into the round with 10 dice, right? And then you burst on Qiqi, you kill the opposing Qiqi, you refund 2 dice, so like you effectively have 12 dice in the round, but didn't account for Spartan swapping off to dodge it.
Yeah. This would have been a good play if Spartan had 0 dice, but unfortunately Spartan still had the ability to switch it off, so that's gonna counteract that play.
So it doesn't die. I think Spartan is too off. I think like if you're Spartan, you just go Qiqi and you skill. Oh, okay, Mondres. That's good too. That's actually really nice.
I think you have to go to Bennett and let Bennett.
You have to go to Bennett, yeah. Otherwise you lose Keck. And then the question is like, do you go Qiqi? I think no, just a second normal attack. Okay. Is Spartan planning on stacking Mona and then you go Agent? You play the I haven't lost yet, and then swap off. Okay, there's the Mondres.
Well, you just go Agent here.
Yeah,
then
you go Agent, and the vape from the Qiqi bomb.
Well, now this is a free vape for Spartan though.
I think like Spartan should just win here, right? Because like Bennett dies to a Qiqi skill on a vape, and then like and then Pyro Res comes in too, and then Agent normal with stealth deals 3, so like that's bye Keck. That is Ooh, Stiletto coming in, okay. Huge hit.
I don't know, I think Agent's about to sweep.
I think,
here.
yeah, Agent still wins though, because normal attack. I think the idea here was that Keck comes in lethals, you spend 3 dice to kill either way, but then if Agent normals to kill Keck, he loses stealth, and that way a skill wouldn't kill Bennett. Did not account for the fact that Spartan had I haven't lost yet. Wait, is there a
screenshot time?
Oh, let's go, big number! Big number! I love big number.
It's actually not that impressive compared to some of the other ones we saw.
I think the highest we've seen today was 16.
It was 16.
Oh my god. Like, damn. I think like it looked like Spartan was just in control of that game from start to finish. Like he was able to output the damage a lot faster, and Pyrokeck wasn't able to make up the difference in tempo because they didn't manage to get like the Bennett burst down to like start peeling off some of that damage, which probably would have been the win con I was going for. But yeah, I think like the Mona free fast swaps helped Spartan out tempo Shuffle in the relatively slow Pyrokeck.
I do think that Pyrokeck just doesn't have them as much, like both Qiqi bursts were like basically mirrored because on that side of the teams are identical, but after that, I feel like Bennett is slow, too reliant on talent. Keck is also very reliant on reactions to get going, while with Mona you have like tempo to be able to do your plays and get more reactions off.
Yeah, like, I think both decks have the potential to do big damage really fast. But the thing is, like, while Keck has a free swap in, you have to skill first and like get the stiletto, and then you have to have the dice in hand. Whereas Mona, you just go to her, and then like every character is now within threat range of something.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really huge. Whereas like playing against Pyrokeck, if they're on Keck, like your characters aren't really being threatened because you need a fast swap to go smack them. And then like when they're off Keck, they need to apply Pyro first to really be able to threaten Stiletto. And like even then, if you come in with a Stiletto, right, like you can't use Pyro Res unless you have fast swap. Whereas Mona, you just go on her, and then you have to constantly worry about Pyro Res. But yeah, I think just like the tempo difference is what really lets Spartan take the win there.
Yeah, Pyrokick is fast, but Cleave is faster.
Pyrokick is fast, but Cleave is faster. Hide your Bennett's, cause Mona's coming for him.
I feel like technically, like if you're looking at like the matchup alignment chart, like Pyrokick falls in the same area as Cleave. It's just like worse.
It's like Cleave is like true aggro. Pyrokick is like in the middle, you know, like the sandwich alignment chart. Cleave would be in like an aggro deck plays fast, and an aggro deck kills or gets killed in round 3. Whereas Pyrokick would be like an aggro deck plays fast, an aggro deck deals big damage.
Alright, yeah. We're gonna go over to the bracket now.
Well, after my tangent is done, yeah. So we'll take a look at the brackets, the final scoring of all the participants today. And then we will take a look at which decks did the best in the tournaments, which decks topped, and who piloted them to victory. Maybe inspire you to pick one of these decks up. There might be some spicy options in there, you never know.
I'm actually kind of curious to see how Rhea did with the Quicken.
Yeah, I want to know how the Squire Razor Quicken tech went. I'm excited.
Actually, it looks like we're having some difficulties with bracket at the moment, so
we're just
gonna jump.
Take a look.
Oh wait,
Here we are.
I think this is it.
Yes. Ooh, looks like Birdie won versus Matt. Cheesy over Attila. Oh, Rhea won against 906. So the Quicken Squire deck is at the very least 3-2. So that's exciting.
I think it's got promise.
Obviously, Jibood won against Nclear and Spartan won against Shuffle, which means both of our 5-0 decks are Cleave Apes. So, hats off to that. Who would have thought?
Slow clap. Slow clap.
Although, while both decks might be Cleave Apes, there's probably some differences in the exact deck list, so I'm kind of curious to see what
don't kid yourself, they stole the same list.
You don't know that.
They've both been playing Cleave Ape for like an entire patch and a half now.
Okay, but like some people like to tech in other cards that other people don't like playing.
The deck is solved, Sumi. Well, probably be minor differences, but like the deck is solved.
A minor difference. That implies there's still a difference. A difference is a difference.
Oh my god. The deck, it's a solved deck though. Like there's not going to be like a dramatic difference in like card composition.
Yeah, probably. A lot of the staples in Cleave Ape are the same, but like the tech cards that are different kind of lets you know about how the players like to play. Anyways, that is the standings. When we get the graphic up of the top decks, we will go take a look at those. In the meanwhile, what was your favorite game from today? Out of all of the many games we have seen.
Call it Quicken FDK because it's new. It's something new.
I mean, is it really new though?
Yes, they're using a new setup. This is not like the OG FDK.
Yeah, like I think the weapon Quicken deck is really exciting because weapon package has been something that's been overlooked since like basically the inception of the game. Here's Jibood's vape deck we were talking about earlier.
Jibood's only running one Wind and Freedom, worth noting.
Also only one Send-Off and one Adeptus.
I mean, is Send-Off really necessary right now though? Like, if your deck is this aggressive, like...
Send-Off is run against like Shenhe SC.
I haven't seen a single Shenhe SC all day.
I think you might not need Send-Off against Shenhe SC because like your deck cooks them so hard anyways.
Probably. I mean, it wins even more, and like sometimes if you're not able to get your OTK set up, you can just use it to like stall time.
I think other than that though, like what other decks would you want to send off? Like I think when Quicken was popular, you ran it for Colin Amber. No one's playing Gagne, so don't need to send a Prowl. It's basically just Shenhe. But I think the Qiqi matchup is good enough, like where you cook them regardless of what they do, because like you just kill their Shenhe during the setup phase, and they, what do they do now?
Yeah, if your deck is a little bit more mid-range, then you definitely want to run send off.
But yeah. Also, like the one-off, leave it to me. I think is I think in old Cleavape you for sure ran 2. But I think like people are realizing now that like most of your fast swap potential is on Mona anyways, and you don't really need it, so you can take it out for other cards.
Hey, look, they're running the same list.
No, Spartan doesn't have a Libin. What is he running instead of a Libin?
It's the same list.
No, Spartan doesn't have a Libin. He's running an extra Strategize, no send off. Is running an extra Tendoris, and
it's basically the same list, Sumi.
I'm trying to find the an extra cost up. Okay.
It's the same list.
No, Spartan has
They're
no
the
Libin.
same cards.
Spartan has no Libin.
They're running the same cards.
But yeah, no, I think the no Libin thing is pretty interesting. Like, with Libin, you're obviously able to ramp and fill your hand a lot easier. Whereas without it, and you're replacing it with Strategize, like you have more searching power. Like if your opponent ramps, you're like the only thing you can do is just like you smack them more. Whereas like Jibu is able to match and potentially come out on top the next round.
So there's a difference of about 3 cards between these two decks. They're the same list.
3 cards is 3 cards.
Like this is a solved deck, well known. Everyone knows about it. Everyone knows how to build it. Like,
but yeah,
I can't go wrong with either.
I think with the deck comparison, we're gonna call the stream to a close. Keep in mind this isn't all of the top decks. These are just the ones we want to make particular note out of, and there's also a few others. We're gonna have the full graphic up later, where you get to see every 5-0 and 4-1 deck. But I think for now, we'll put a lid on this tournament. I look forward to seeing what the other regions have to bring. If anyone from the other regions are listening, Squire, Razor, Quicken is the sauce. Bring it. It did good, probably. At least 3-2, so it's a positive win rate. You take those.
Sumi is coping, guys. Don't listen to him.
Trust me. Trust
him. This is the same man who asked about ABCs, alright?
We don't talk about that. Just trust me.
So here's the schedule for this patch. As you can see here in week 2, we had a bit of a pause with America and Europe because of a little scare with Pave exploit and co-op, but those will be made up for in week 5 instead.
Yep. That way everyone has a fair 4 weeks to qualify for majors. Speaking of our majors, that's going to be happening at the end of the patch. And if you score at least 4-2 within your top 2 tournaments, you have a chance to join.
So try your best, guys, if you want to get in. Trust me, it's a fun experience.
It is a fun experience, especially because it's not stall meta, so we don't have to sit through like 5 hours.
Stall still has a place.
Anyways, I think with that though, this is going to be Sumi and Torrin. We'll see you guys next time.
Hold on. Big thank you to
all
the staff before we head out. Including our TOs, Cyan, Cadence, Hanti, Benzu, Production, Kojo, ourselves. And remember, tomorrow's tournament for EU region, it's going to be at Saturday, 6 p.m. CEST, so be sure to be there.
Yes. And also to note, this tournament is a joint production with our wonderful friends at KQM. Their staff sometimes join us for BOTC. You can see their logo right over there. I think I'm looking at it. I can't really tell. Be sure to visit them if you want the best guides for your characters and all of their theory crafting stuff. This is going to be Sumi.
And this is Torrin.
And we'll see you next time. For real this time.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.